Hey everyone, it's Sean. It's Thursday, so it's time for an animal facts video. I'm here in the bird washroom, which also happens to be part of a nursery. We have multiple rooms here at Bruce. We do lots of our own breeding of animals, but we actually like to hand raise a lot of the birds to get them acclimated to people, make sure that they're healthy, make sure that they're getting the right diet. So the noises you're hearing in the background are actually a bunch of baby birds that are being fed by Nate. So instead of me trying to explain what's going on, Nate is our resident bird expert. I'm going to hand it over to him so you guys can kind of see what's going on. So Nate,
hi.
What exactly is going on here?
Chaos. So, at Bruce, we like to really hand feed some of our babies. So all of our birds that are in our big bird room are hand fed. All of our large or small birds, so all of our cockatiels, some of our, you guys are crazy. Some of our English budgies are also all hand fed. And what it does is a couple things. Number one, it strengthens that bond. So it gets them comfortable with humans and touch and hands and all of that. But it also allows us to do a couple things. Number one, to make sure that we're monitoring their weight and their health a little bit more than what they would have when mom and dad has them in the nest. And it gives us the ability to kind of ensure that in multiple clutches, like these guys, that we make sure that all the babies are getting the correct amount of food. Sometimes when mom is a little overwhelmed, some of the babies can actually get a little underfed. So this kind of gives us the ability to monitor that, to make sure that everybody's nice and healthy. As you can see, these guys are crazy. They are all ready for food. This is their morning feeding. We feed these guys about 4 times a day. Sometimes for our smaller birds, it's a little bit more. We feed them a formula that is basically a very version of their adult diet. So it has all of the same nutrients, minerals, vitamins that they would get from a normal pellet, basically in crushed up form, but it also allows them to get some of the probiotics, and it's super important for small birds especially. To help kind of keep down the digestive issues that sometimes stress can cause. So we do a lot of work here with our guys to make sure that they are all taken care of correctly, hand-fed, and happy. These guys think that they're still starving, even though their crops are about to explode. But yeah, so that's what we do here. And like I said, most all of our big birds in our big bird room. So if you see some of our cockatoos and macaws and all of that, we actually hand feed here from the point that they're about 4 weeks old. With our smaller birds, we'll pull them from the nest about 14 days. And then from there out, we wean them through. So we start with 4 to 5 feedings, and we go down gradually just like mom would until the point to where they're completely weaned out and they're ready to go home, nice, happy, and healthy. We work with our vets, Cedar Creek, to make sure that everybody is healthy through that point. So, you know, it gives us a lot of control over making sure that when you get home, your bird is happy, healthy, well adjusted, socialized, and comfortable, ready to join your flock.
Awesome. So, really quick, can you tell me what this contraption is that's going on?
So we use tubs. Tubs are a really easy way for us to maintain not only safety, so we don't have them in a giant cage, but we do also have a heat source on them, especially babies. As they come out, they're still with the fluff, so they don't have the feathers to be able to keep them warm. So we kind of simulate what mom would do by sitting on them. But this allows us to keep that heat in a nice area and keeping them at a good temperature of about 80 degrees. So,
right. And you mentioned that even though they're screaming and seem like they want more food, that you know they're full.
Yes.
How exactly do you know that they're full?
So the way birds digest is they eat food and then they have a crop. The crop is that center part. What we do is when we feed them, they actually have 2 tubes in their neck. One that goes to their air, one that goes to their crop. So we're feeding basically like mom would. We're regurgitating food basically down into that. Baby birds, a lot of times you'll see, will do kind of that shaking. That's just them taking it down through. And then what we do is we just look for that nice round bubble on the front of them, which is their crop. That goes down throughout the day as they digest it, and then it's time for the next feeding. So, you know, the great thing about the health check that we do is sometimes baby birds can get all sorts of issues with their crop and digestion. By us actually hand feeding them, we can make sure that that crop goes all the way down, is nice and flat, so they're digesting all of their food. So yeah, that's what we look at. But they still are babies and still want more food. More and more and more food.
So it seems. Well, thank you very much, Nate. We
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Not a problem.
I hope you guys learned something fun. I, of course, always learn something new every time I do a video here, especially in the bird room. As I've said before, I've been raised on reptiles. That's my repertoire. So it's really cool getting in here and learning what they're doing with their birds and how they make them social and everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a good day.